I was like, why are you so obsessed with me?
Number 10. The Heart Wants What It Wants, Selena Gomez. Jelena's roller coaster on-again, off-again relationship was pretty well documented throughout its time. Both even released several songs that were thought to be about each other.
The bed's getting cold and you're not here. The future that we hold is so unclear.
While Selena hasn't really ever confirmed who this song is about, the writing is pretty much on the wall. Her music video contains footage resembling images we've seen on social media or in the tabloids.
Save your advice 'cause I won't hear. You might be right, but I don't care.
Meanwhile, she sings about loving someone who's bad for her, but being unable to resist them. The intro in the music video also mentions having her confidence shattered and being made to feel crazy.
But then you make me feel crazy. You make me feel like it's my fault. I was in pain.
It wasn't hard to figure out that she was singing about Justin Bieber. Number 9. Bad Blood and Swish Swish. Taylor Swift featuring Kendrick Lamar and Katy Perry featuring Nicki Minaj. When Bad Blood was first released, Swift refused to disclose who she'd written it about.
Now we got problems, and I don't think we can solve them.
She told Rolling Stone that it was about a former female friend who she claims tried to sabotage her Red tour. Well, it didn't take long for us to learn exactly who she was talking about. And this song marked the beginning of her feud with Katy Perry.
And they said, okay, well, we're gonna go and talk to management about it. And they did, and they got fired. And I tried to talk to her about it, and she wouldn't speak to me.
Then in 2017, when Perry released her Witness album, fans searched for her rebuttal, which they believed they found in the song Swish Swish.
Don't need opinions from a shellfish or a sheep.
The pair have since called a truce, so now we're just waiting on their collaboration single.
I'm ready for that BS to be done.
Number 8. Don't, Ed Sheeran. Don't get on this singer's bad side unless you want to be the subject of an anger-fueled track.
She told me I was never looking for a friend. Maybe you could swing by my room around 10.
Sheeran wrote Don't in response to Ellie Goulding reportedly cheating on him with his friend Niall Horan. Fans had already speculated as much long before Sheeran was ready to admit it.
Wish I'd have written it down, the way that things played out. When she was kissing him, how I was confused about.
He divulged that writing this song was therapeutic and helped him let go of his anger. He also confirmed that the story was completely true, but confessed that he could have been meaner. He might be over it now, but this song lives on as a constant reminder of that unfortunate incident.
Don't win my love.
Number 7. Shout Out to My Ex, Little Mix. Following a 4-year relationship, which included an engagement, Zayn Malik allegedly broke things off with Perry Edwards via text.
I hope she getting better sex. Hope she ain't picking it like I did, babe.
Now, Little Mix aren't ones to break up and tell, but this song speaks volumes.
Guess I should say thank you for the hate juice and the tattoos.
Lyrics about tattoos, moving on to someone else, and even pinpointing a 4-year relationship were all very telling.
Took so long, you said call it quits. Forget that, but I'm over it.
Especially as Edwards was leading the number. However, if you ask the band, they'll just say that the song is about female empowerment.
Shout out to my ex, you're really quite the man.
While that may be true, it's certainly not the only purpose of the track. Still, we guess that things worked out how they were supposed to, and we got this bangin' tune. Number 6, You're So Vain, Carly Simon. Back when this song first came out, it had people wondering, who was vain enough to think that this song was about them?
You're so vain. You probably think this song is about you.
Names like Mick Jagger, David Bowie, Warren Beatty, Cat Stevens, and even her ex-husband James Taylor were thrown about.
When you're where you should be all the time, and when you're not, you're with some underworld spy.
As the song's success skyrocketed, she teased clues but ultimately stayed tight-lipped.
He's walking into the party like he's walking onto a yacht. And I thought, that goes exactly with You're So Vain, you probably think this song is about you.
But then in 2015, she revealed that one verse was about Warren Beatty. She joked that he thought the whole song was about him, which kind of proved her point after all. So who are the other verses about? Well, Simon isn't ready to spill any more tea quite just yet.
Carly Simon wrote the song You're So Vain about you.
How would I know?
Well, didn't she, as she said?
I don't know.
Number 5, Obsessed, Mariah Carey. During the noughties, rapper Eminem seemed pretty hell-bent on the world knowing that he and Mariah Carey had once been an item.
Why you so obsessed with me? Boy, I wanna know.
But the singer adamantly denied that they'd ever even dated. Evidently fed up with him bringing up the subject, she released Obsessed in response.
Telling the world how much you miss me, but we never were, so why you tripping?
While she doesn't name him per se, she dropped enough hints for us all to connect the dots. He's not the only one she's taken shots at either. She also gave a nod to her feud with Wendy Williams in her song Touch My Body.
I'm up in my business like a Wendy interview. This is private between you and I.
If you come for Mariah Carey, be prepared for the clapback.
Funny, funny girl that you couldn't impress. Last man on the earth still couldn't get this.
Number 4, All Too Well, Taylor Swift. Taylor is no stranger to sharing her heartbreak through music. Sometimes the subjects of her songs are pretty obvious, as in Dear John.
Don't you think I was too young to be messed with?
Other times it's a little more cryptic, like in All Too Well.
'Cause there we are again on that little town street. You almost ran the red 'cause you were looking over at me.
However, since the song was released in 2012, after her breakup with Jake Gyllenhaal in 2011, we all had our theories.
Said if we had been closer in age, maybe it would have been fine.
Now, almost a decade later, if we still had any doubts, they disappeared with the re-released 10-minute-long version.
Charmed my dad with self-effacing jokes. Sipping coffee like you were on a late-night show.
With additional and revised lyrics, not to mention plenty of visual clues, the relationship sounded intense. The song remains her most critically acclaimed.
I wonder if there are people who might think that they were the one you were singing about, if it's easier or far, far worse for them 10 years later.
I haven't thought about their experience, to be honest.
Number 3, Hold Up, Beyonce. Lemonade was nothing short of a masterpiece. Among its many poignant and empowering themes is a woman scorned by her husband's infidelity. Indeed, its release had us all obsessing over who on earth Becky with the good hair could be.
He only want me when I'm not there. You better call Becky with the good hair.
For a song called Sorry, there was nothing apologetic about it.
Sorry, I ain't sorry.
However, that was nothing compared to Hold Up. It almost felt like we were right there raging with B as she confronted her allegedly unfaithful husband. She even goes as far as to asking if anyone would be interested in him if he weren't famous.
Would they be down to ride now? They used to hide from you.
This Lemonade was scalding hot. Number 2, You Oughta Know, Alanis Morissette. Fans have guessed that this song could be about Matt LeBlanc, Ryan Reynolds, Mike Peluso, or Leslie Howe. But there's one guy who thinks you ought to know that it's probably about him.
I wish nothing but the best for you both.
In the 90s, Morissette famously dated Full House actor Dave Coulier. Not long after their split, she recorded this anger-filled breakup anthem.
And I'm here to remind you of the mess you left when you went away.
Throughout the years, he's both acknowledged and denied that the song is about him. However, he's admitted that he can see their relationship reflected in the lyrics.
There was a slap in the face, how quickly I was replaced.
Will we ever know for sure who this song is about? Well, Morissette seems to be keeping the tea all to herself. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are a few honorable mentions. 7 Things, Miley Cyrus. The singer admitted she wrote the song to punish Nick Jonas for breaking her heart.
You're vain, you're game, you're insecure. You love me, you like her. You made me laugh, you made me cry. I don't know which side to buy.
Holla Back Girl, Gwen Stefani. written in response to Courtney Love insulting Stefani during an interview.
I heard that you were talking shit and you didn't think that I would hear it. People hear you talking like that, getting everybody fired up.
Call Out My Name, The Weeknd. The Weeknd released this track following his breakup from Selena Gomez.
Guess I was just another pit stop till you made up your mind. You just wasted my time.
Blame Game, Kanye West featuring John Legend and Chris Rock. This song was inspired by his split from Amber Rose.
You weren't perfect, but you made life worth it. Stick around, some real feelings might surface.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. The Story of Adidon, Drake Diss, Pusha T. Drake and Pusha T have been exchanging diss tracks for a while. However, on this occasion, Pusha T proved that there was no subject off limits, and it was savage.
You mentioned wedding ring like it's a bad thing. Your father walked away at 5, hell of a dad thing.
He brought up his father and even questioned whether he writes his own songs. But the biggest shock was when he revealed that Drake had fathered a child with French model and former adult entertainment star Sophie Brousseau.
Sophie knows better as your baby mother. Cleaned her up for IG, but the stench is on her.
Thanks to this information overload, the song amassed about 2.5 million views on its first day. And of course, people wanted answers.
Adonis is your son, and he deserves more than an Adidas press run.
Drake was left with no choice but to admit the truth. Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.